Hi, I'm Carly Pisani from Fine Fit Day. Today I'm going over a demonstration of a full body workout using dumbbells. This is an endurance-based workout of 2 straight sets of 18 reps with 30 seconds rest between sets. So we're starting with some glute activations, and here we're doing some donkey kicks up to the ceiling. Do about 20 to 25 on each side. We're just doing one set of these glute activations. That's the plank flutters, and then followed by some glute bridges. And you're trying to increase blood flow to the glutes and get them ready to work. So really focus on squeezing the glutes throughout. We're starting out with a deadlift to a narrow row. So it's really important with the deadlift to make sure you have that neutral spine. You're hinging at your hips are driving back, and your butt should be a little bit elevated, your shoulders back, chest open, and you're rowing your elbows in close to your sides, squeezing your shoulder blades at the top, and then just keeping that nice neutral spine throughout the movement. Following the deadlift, we are going to do the reverse lunge with a wide overhead press. You're doing 18 reps on one side, and then you'll switch to the opposite leg and arm. So the weight comes down to the shoulder as you lunge back, raise it up overhead as you stand. And if you want to add a little extra balance component in here, you can see I'm switching it up a little bit here and just raising that foot at the top instead of setting it down into a tap at the top of the lunge. I'm just raising that knee up and balancing throughout. Now we have a sumo squat with a straight arm front raise and triceps extensions. So you want a wide stance, feet angled out about 45 degrees. And then we're just raising straight arms all the way up in front, thumbs facing up, keeping those upper arms still at the top and doing the elbow extension, which is the triceps extension at the top. Keep the abs tight throughout the movement so that you're protecting your lower back. And if the double weights get heavy or you want to switch down for the second set, you can see I'm demonstrating using one dumbbell here. You're just holding it on either end. Now we're doing curtsy lunges with a wide bent over row. And this one we are alternating between sides. So you're just counting out 18 reps on either side here. It's a diagonal lunge behind you, getting into that bent over deadlift position, that neutral spine again, so chest is open, shoulders back, and rowing the elbows out wide to the side. So we're doing a horizontal extension at the shoulder rather than just a straight extension at the shoulder. And then just keep going back and forth, count out those 18 reps. Next, we're coming down to the floor, doing an exercise that I love, Cobra plank lowers. If you've done yoga, this is probably familiar to you as part of the chaturanga. So you are coming up into a mini cobra, pushing up through your hands and the balls of your feet into a hand plank position, and then lowering as one piece down to the ground, trying to keep that plank position throughout. This is a modification, so if that is too difficult for you, you're just starting again lying down on the ground with hands by your chest, but you're just coming up into a plank at the knees and keeping that plank position from knees to shoulders here. So coming up into the cobra, pushing up to the knee plank and lowering down one piece to the ground. Then we have bridges with a narrow press and triceps extension. So this is like 3 exercises in one. We have the glute bridge, which is our hip extension. So we're getting that lower body work in. We're using the dumbbells to press up from the mat, keeping the elbows in close for a flexion at the shoulder. And at the top, we keep the upper arm still, come back into that elbow extension, triceps extension. Just keep focusing on squeezing your butt at the top so that you're not losing that lower body component of the move. This one is a Spider-Man lunge with a reverse fly with a dumbbell. And you're going to need a dumbbell under each hand. So you're lunging up and out to the side, getting hip flexion, and then using that dumbbell to come up over the body in a reverse fly. Really important here to make sure you're controlling the movement with your upper body with that dumbbell. So you're raising up slowly and then just controlling the movement on the way back down. So you're not letting momentum take over. You're making it a very deliberate move and just trying to keep that nice plank position throughout so you have the spine stabilization, doing that nice plank. This is another great plank move. It's called a Renegade Row. So you're keeping a hand plank position with a dumbbell under each hand, and then you're just alternating, doing a narrow row, elbow in close to the side on either side, trying to keep that plank position. And you can see my hips are moving a little too much from side to side. You're really trying to keep the hips still throughout is the goal. Here is the modification for that, so that if that is difficult, you can come down to your knees and do this as a knee plank position, keeping that row in close to the body, rowing the elbow up in on either side. And then you are just going to cool down with static stretching and foam rolling. Enjoy.